Hello and welcome back to Season, a letter to the future. So we are gonna get right back into it. Now we have just exited the gate and we are out roaming free and wild. Ready to explore the world and probably cry eventually, or many times, we don't know. But what I do know is take some pictures. Because Lord, this game is stunning.
I've always wondered what's on the other side of this gate. Today, I'll find out.
So she's never been outside. She's the one that's gonna carry on all the memories, the lives, the history of the village, which we maybe can see. Kinda. Also, imagine living here. Oh my god. Like, if I live there, would I ever leave? I think not. You know? No. It is too beautiful. Let's see if we can look at some things, you know.
Pate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
So where is Pate? Would like to meet Pate. Just take a moment. I feel like that's very important here. Take a moment. That was the moment. It was a very quick one. Oh wait. Take another moment. I would like to look at the other table. So Pate had a bike shop here. Our friend. Okay, but what I don't get still is that if I am the only one who's leaving the village, where did everyone else go? You know, they were there last night. I would actually really like the blue one. It's a beautiful bike. They're all beautiful. You know, questions. For every season I have. Oh? Oh, this is nice. I'm moving. So good. This is very lovely. I almost went off-road. Sorry, is there nothing I'm supposed to look at here? I'm just gonna go. Let's go, baby. Just drive like the wind. From one season to another season. Letters to the future. I make my own theme music. You're very welcome. Letters to the future. I bring them all to you. I cross bridges and I fly. There we go. See, I sang it right at the best moment, you know. What a beautiful voice I have, I know. I should probably stop and take some pictures. But you know, it's also about living in the moment. If I rode my bike here, I would not make it. I'm gonna be real honest. But dang, this look, I know what this reminds me of, the graphics. Nintendo Switch. This is very Nintendo Switchy. Okay? Okay. Do I stop? Oh, we can stop. Can I go? I can. Can I just stop? Okay. Journal, audio record. See, I'm just rushing along too fast. Maybe I want to take a picture of this bridge. It's very beautiful. You know? That was the wrong button. Damn it, me. Will we hear the story? The page edit, okay. So, okay, so I get a page for every, I guess. I'm probably supposed to fill this up. All the pages. Probably. So, if I do take a couple of more pictures. I'm not entirely sure what the audio recordings would do. But can? How did I do it? I don't really remember. That's the camera. Audio. There we go. Maybe we'll just record like the crickets. So, the path out of Caro. So now we have like this, okay. And this. Well, too late now. That's right. And then I stop here, and then I take a picture. Haha, tricked ya. See, the path out. This is a very artistic photo. then we do this, and we put this there. Now get a story, maybe? Yeah.
I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
And if you think I'm too spunky for this game so far, don't you worry. This game will depress me down several notches, probably real soon. I can ring my bell. How lovely. God, I love this view. I would actually crash, just I like looking at the view. In general, I almost crash a lot. I don't drive a car, don't you worry. But like whatever else I'm driving, because I like to soak it all in. Like this, what's happening here?
Most of what I've seen from the outside world probably arrived in a cart like this.
I feel like there's stories that I need to know. Pick up. Oh, I bring it. I bring them all, maybe. For the future.
I can see in these letters that the outside world has extremes of beauty and tragedy beyond anything I've known.
I can't pick them up, but I can take a picture. They were locked. Secrets. Ooh. Open. Please get this letter to... I can't...
Before setting up in Kero village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land curing people. It must have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village.
Okay, you know what I'm wondering? You saw that peaceful village. They all lived by themselves and it was very beautiful. And then you have this shit going on. You know, it's creeping in on their peaceful little village. You know, everything's going to shit. That's probably...
used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this.
This is no good, you know? Modern times, messing everything up. Can I please get on my bike? Okay. Actually, I should probably take a picture, but you know what? We'll do it a little bit further down. These roads are dangerous, I tell you. She's crazy. I hear screams. Kinda. Why? Probably not a good sign. Yeah, look at these modern times creeping up, crapping on everything that's lovely. This... Oh, just gonna take a picture. Shanava. Oh, I have brakes. I don't need brakes. I keep going on and off. I intend to do this, of course. There we go. Picture.
From the village, these cranes look like little creatures, grazing. I had no idea how huge they are.
Oh yes, all of this. I took a lot of pointless pictures. That's what's up. It's fine. Do I maybe put like this here? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. There we go. Have brakes. We know this now. But we don't use them. Oh, see? There we go. Okay. So. Let's see what we learn here. How am I supposed to get away from... How? Is there a boat? Do I steal the boat? And write it in a letter to the future? Confessions of a runaway? We don't know. We'll see. I thought we would maybe like meet people and talk to them. There we go. We don't want to get wet. Oh, freaking goat. Sweet. Let's take a picture of it. Don't run away, little goat. Don't take some pictures.
I heard that village was abandoned because of a mind disease. Not every community had someone like Dr. Fumio to perform cures.
But she didn't cure. She's gonna record a goat.
We learned about old technology in school, but not much about animals. What are these strange goat-like creatures? Are they simply goats?
Yes. Can I pet the goat? Son of a... Okay. You go off with B.
My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
It went great. I love goats. We're best friends now. Do you want to come with me, maybe? A little adventure, you and I? There's more! But I don't care about you. I care about my little pet goat. Sorry. Look at this trash. It's also like... It's just there. For why? For what? Future. Future. Oh, bye. I feel like it's gonna become annoying very quickly if I keep going on and off my bike to keep taking pictures, but also I feel like that's the whole point of the game. It's a fine balance. We need to learn to balance together. It's like a fine line, I mean. Can I change the speed of my bike? Ooh, that's the brake. Ring-a-ding-ding.
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
Into darkness we bicycle.
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
The long journey. Okay. Depression is what I'm gonna call this page. I'm just gonna get going then. I kind of feel like I had more context, you know? A little bit. Like I get that, you know, you're supposed to take picture. No, little lady! Leave your bike. Oh, this is a cool picture. Tell me about it. Please? Just gonna put it straight in my room. There we go. So we need to fill up the pages in order for to get like a little bit more story. The past took me to know. Yeah, so that. Okay. Let's keep going. Ding dong, here I come. Hope for the best. Like it's the whole, like it's the world ending. Like it's the season. I guess as we saw in the last episode. They were like maybe a couple of 100 years and then the season is over, but why? Is this something they're used to? Am I like, what's up? Also, I know sitting here asking 50,000 questions won't really help anyone. Shut the hell up and figure it out for yourself, my boy. There's no one here to tell me that, so I need to tell it to myself. It's fine. Let's see. It is said. This is something. Every line is dead. Every wire is cut. I have this season. Picture. There we go.
Someone was out here alone.
Yes. I'm assuming mostly that this game is maybe straightforward and you just document things along the way. Like it's... You have the option to explore a lot, everything. Like take pictures to your wildest heart's desire. Or you just get stuck in the bushes like a stupid stepsis. See, oh see, here's you can explore. What's this? Wind up. Yes. See, now the music is freaky. You're all alone here.
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this.
Why is things locked though? I wonder. I'm messing up this scrapbook. Like, it's shame on me. Here we go.
Time seems to pass differently around here. I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
She seems not sad. She seems good, like at peace with she's leaving. She's used to this. Do they all get reincarnated for the next season? Like, explore. What's this? I met a driver from a group that's building a community. I'm leaving with him. Goodbye to this lonesome place. Goodbye to this lonesome season.
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group?
Let's keep going. I will be scared to death. There's not a single person in sight. What is this? Everything is like blocked and it's like a zombie apocalypse. Okay, maybe I should go off. Get off. The only annoying thing for me so far is maybe a little bit the controllers. Especially getting off on and off the bike. But it's fine, it's like a minor thing. Everything else is great. A little bit of frame drop, of course, as I said it, but everything else real good.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Let's set the scene for the listener. Whoever that might be.
It is me.
This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there.
Do you have any other advice from a trip?
It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it, but as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
How exactly can this story help me? How did you become the elder? How? I wonder all of it.
I heard, somebody told me, you want to capture what it's like to be alive during this season? For the future? And you want to understand why and how the season is going to end. The season of my youth is long gone. But I can tell you what that season was like and what I know about how it ended. First, I got old. That's an important step.
Oh my word!
Being an elder is all about how you react to strange events.
Don't react at all, I say, and move on. See nothing, I heard nothing, and I just move on.
The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown. Look serious.
See? Just be dead in the face and the inside, and just move on.
And say something like, It begins.
Oh, yeah. It begins.
Never say, I don't know.
How are you doing, Targ? It begins. I'm just gonna say that to everything now.
Say, we dive into a pool of uncertainty.
Yeah, how are you doing? We dive into a pool of uncertainty. It begins.
I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship, the short-lived but glorious Watery Republics.
So it is in modern times because they worked on a cruise ship. I am slightly confused, but it's fine.
Floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was a ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
I have so many questions.
My grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer every time. But they often said we were exiles of some kind. Exiled royalty from a secret lineage. Blood that glows in the dark. Or we're exiled from the mouth of some great Leviathan.
Leviathan Subnautica. I want to play Subnautica.
When they were older, they just said, we're from here. We're from right now. I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship.
I'm picturing myself in bed right now, lady.
It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too. Wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls.
Ooh.
A large, elegant one and another one in the basement.
The basement of the ship,
A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss.
Your first pokey hokey pokey.
And so forth.
And so forth and so forth, you say. You little fresca little lady.
Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out. But they knew, I guess.
What did you think was happening? Was that... what do you mean? Yeah.
Even as things got bad, I couldn't imagine that changes were permanent. It's easy now to look back and say, the internationalism of the golden season was violently breaking down. You can be naive about all kinds of things, but not war. Most of my life has been spent in isolated communities, and the one moment I was in the wild world, you couldn't pick a more chaotic time. And we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the Prismatic Grounds.
What's the Prismatic Grounds?
A kingdom of art and science. They got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came. Passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed, made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings. Are you sure you want me to keep going?
I am, because frankly, I'm extremely confused.
The story gets darker from here on.
Let's keep going.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days. We realized she
I'm sorry. I pressed the button too fast.
Well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds.
How did she catch it?
We don't know exactly. Our consciousness is delicate. There are minerals and sounds that can adjust it. Dr. Fumio's greatest fear was that someone would use this as a weapon. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god.
Was he a god? What happened when you found them?
I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village. But I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very
that's how she
physically
ended up
tiring.
here.
Hiking, climbing.
Oh, it's a long way. It's very
And
steep
when we
uphill.
found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better.
So is that what the village is? Like, it's how...
The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over. But it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Okay. This might be a good time to wrap it up for today. Okay, listen, I have a couple of thoughts before we end this. I might just be an idiot. I'm gonna stop saying I'm confused because I am obviously confused. But it's probably gonna be revealed what's going on. It might just be me, I don't know. That's, you know, a little bit slow, memories are fragile, blah blah blah. But I do enjoy it. Either way, like it's a beautiful looking game. I like the what's happening here, even though I might not understand it. Still like it, and isn't that the most important thing? You know, treasure the moments and what have you. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Goodbye.